I hope you guys enjoy this as much as I'm going to enjoy it. Hey guys, Tim Walling here with sclegalcarry.com, and we teach people to get CWPs in the state of South Carolina. So let's just talk for just a minute about actually obtaining your CWP in the state of South Carolina. How do you begin to do that? So the first thing you got to do is find an instructor in your area or close enough to you that you can drive to their class. You're going to take a one-day class. It's going to be approximately an 8-hour class that you're going to do. And different folks start their classes at different times in the morning. Usually people do them on Saturdays. They usually start around 8, 9 in the morning, end at 5, 6 in the afternoon. So it's just a one-day class that you're going to do. You're going to need to bring your driver's license with you. You're going to need to be able to prove who you are when you arrive at the class. So once you choose the person that you're going to go and train with, and you can get online, all the instructors, the South Carolina CWP instructors are on SLED's website, South Carolina Law Enforcement Division. They're on their website, and you can pick the ones in your area and see they are certified. You can do a Facebook search, find some info out about them. You can get online. Most of us have websites today that tell about ourselves and what we're doing in the classroom. So choose the person, sign up for class, show up that day. You're going to fill out your SLED paperwork. They should do it with you. We do it in class. We have you do your South Carolina application to apply for the permit, and then we take that back up. We have to sign it and assign you a SLED number. We look over it and make sure you filled everything out properly. And then later you're going to fill out the student instructor checklist. So that says you came to class and your instructor taught you. There'll be 11 things there, and you'll have to initial all 11, stating that your instructor taught you all of those things. Be a place at the bottom for your test score and your shooting score. So during the day, your instructor should prepare you to take the written test. There'll be a 50-question test you take, and you only have to score 70% or better on the test. It is really not that difficult of a test. Just pay attention in class, follow along, and you'll be able to pass the test that day. Now, they should also prepare you to go outside and shoot. You're going to shoot 50 rounds at a target. It's going to be a full-size body target. And everything just has to be within. So if this was the silhouette of the target, it should be a man-sized target. So everything within this silhouette, any shots impacted through here would count on your target. You only got to hit it 35 out of 50 times. You're going to start off at 5 yards, go back to 7 yards, and then you're going to slowly move backwards as you continue to shoot your firearm. So it really isn't that difficult of a shooting test. If you can fire a firearm and handle one safely, you should be able to get through your class for the day. So at the end of the day, you should leave with 2 documents. You should leave with your application to send in the SLED, and you should leave with your student instructor checklist. So you got to have 2 sets of fingerprint cards. We have someone in class rolling fingerprints in the back, so you'll have your fingerprint cards when you leave. You've got to send in a copy of your driver's license, okay? Your state ID has got to go in with it. Now remember, so according to South Carolina gun law, your driver's license address must always match the address on your CWP. If you move and change your address, get a new driver's license, you've only got 10 days to let SLED know that you've changed addresses and get that updated on your CWP. Get on their website, fill out the change of address form. It's like 15, 20 bucks. You pay them, they send you a new CWP. Here's the key though, a lot of people are moving or changing addresses, but they're not updating that CWP because the state of South Carolina passed a law that says those addresses have to be the same. 10 days after you move and get a new driver's license, then your CWP is actually void after that. So now you're carrying a concealed firearm without a permit. Okay, so you don't want to be doing anything illegal if you ever have to use your firearm to defend yourself, because if you actually have to go to court and defend yourself now and you're doing something illegal, you can't claim self-defense when you get there. So you'll learn about all that South Carolina gun law, claiming self-defense in your CWP class, but that's a really important issue that you need to be aware of. So always make sure that those two addresses are the same. You do need to be a South Carolina resident to get a South Carolina concealed weapons permit. You can get a non-resident permit as long as you own land in South Carolina. There's a form you need to get, and you need to take it down to the county assessor's office and have it filled out and signed, showing that you actually do own land in South Carolina in order to get the non-resident permit. You can have a green card. As long as you have that green card and the number, then you can also apply for a permit as long as you are a South Carolina resident. Make sure you fill out your fingerprint card all the way. Please answer all the questions on the fingerprint card before you send it in. Yes, everybody has to send in 2 sets of fingerprint cards, okay? Even if you were just fingerprinted last week, they still want you to send that in with them, 2 sets of fingerprint cards. When they open that package up, they've got to have all the documents in there, okay? Now, if you are in the military and you get any form of disability at all, even if it's 1%, 5% disability from the military, then you send in a copy of your service-connected card to SLED along with your application, and SLED doesn't charge you the $50 fee for that application, for your permit. They don't charge you the $50 fee for your permit. If you're retired from law enforcement, send something in along with your application showing that you are retired, and you won't pay the fee, your $50 permit fee also for your permit there. So that's kind of the basics of it. Choose your instructor, go to class, pass the written test, pass the shooting test, gather your information at the end, get your fingerprint cards, copy of your driver's license, and mail all your information into SLED. SLED's got up to 90 days by law to get that permit back to you. They've been getting permits back to people today. My students have been emailing me back. SLED's getting permits back to them within about 35, 40 days. That doesn't guarantee yours will come back that quick, but at this time, that's the turnaround time on those. Permit's good for 5 years. At the end of the 5 years, get online and renew, and they'll send you the new permit, no more classes. Your training is good for 3 years. So the day you take your class, you've got up to 3 years to actually mail your information in the SLED to get your permit. Please don't wait. We've been doing this 7 years now. At the 3rd year, we had people come back to us and start signing up for class again. Don't procrastinate. 3 years pass really fast for you. So those 3 years will be gone and you'll be looking to take the class again. Mail your stuff in, get your permit, good for 5 years, renew within your last 3 months of having your 5th year, and they'll send you a new permit. If you let your permit expire, you do have to take the test over again. You have to take the whole class test, the shooting part. SLED looks at it like you never even had a CWP. So they make you start over again. So that's the basics on getting your concealed weapons permit. And we'll talk more in other videos about what's going to go on in the class, some of the things you need to know before you actually come to class, okay? So remember, everybody, be safe. Be an adult. Don't push your responsibility as an adult off onto a child. Buy gun locks, gun safe, secure your firearm, prevent accidents. Until next time, everybody, take care.